And we're back with more of the Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel, and oh boy, things are heating up as we had another encounter with the terrorists again, and we're on our way to the mines where they're attacking. We head this way for the mountain path. We're going to run out to the mountain path. We're going to find those terrorists. Captain Claire's already run ahead with the Railway Military Police, and we're on our way to go catch up to them and kick some terrorists' butt. The Imperial Liberation Front strikes again.
Ugh, every minute we spend here, things are getting worse for the miners. Stay calm, Elisa.
We need to,
Yeah, the Railway Military Police are on their way, after all.
They are indeed. Okay. We need to change up our party a little bit. We get the music too. The music. Yeah, we need to regain
Let's
some
at least
CP.
try and get a look at what's going on.
Now's our chance.
Triple advantage.
It's my turn.
Heavenly Gift is a good one for CP gain. Cast this on, let's cast this on Machias.
Leave it to me.
Well, these guys are weak to water. This guy's weak to earth. You know what? I kind of want to save his EP. This is attack.
My turn.
Right.
See, I should have cashed in Passion probably with Reen there. Would probably been a good idea, but oh well.
Huh?
Leave it to me. Eat that.
My turn. Arcus, activate.
Oops, I meant to cast. I don't even know who it is cast that on. I meant to cast it on Reen himself, but
Go!
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
This is it for you.
Right.
He cast it on Elise. That's good. That'll work.
I'll help. Thanks.
What was that?
Leave it to
He
me.
gave me back some EP. That's cool. Seriously, what was that? I've never seen him do that before.
That takes care of them.
That was kind of cool. So when Reen casts a spell, Machias has a chance to get their link to give him back some EP. That's pretty darn cool. If that's the case, I'm going to need to fight more battles than that. I'm going to have to sub in Fee and Crow too to get them back some CP as well.
Come on then. Right.
Alright. But see, the problem is when she casts this, it doesn't go on herself. You know what? That's okay. I will have Reen cast some passion on her.
Rain upon us.
It's
And
my
these
turn.
things have a pretty high defense.
Eat that. Go. Go.
My turn.
Oh no, I meant to have him cast some passion.
My turn.
Right. Now. Go. Go.
We'll
Never
cut our own
mind.
path.
Green just totally went nuts and refilled his own CP. He was like, I don't need nobody's help. Alright, that was nice. So we need to get Elisa's filled back up. And once we get Machias's filled up, we can go ahead and sub him out to someone else.
Watch out, guys!
You know what else will help is Ring can cast other stuff. Okay,
Let's go.
cast that on yourself.
It's my turn. Eat that. Go. Go.
Huh?
Go.
You can use Motivate to give everybody
right,
a little
let's
bit of
do
CP
this.
back.
Leave it to me.
There we go.
My turn!
It helps. Even if a little, it helps.
Right. Eat that.
Right. Fire. Go. Elliot.
Okay! My turn! Now!
I've got you.
Nice.
That was perfect, Elisa!
Let's keep it.
Let's keep it up. And keep regaining that CP. Looking pretty good. Okay, I can sub Machias out then. Machias for Fee. Trying to remember, are there any? If there, there are no fishing spots in the mountains here, but there was a fishing spot on the other road. But I guess that's a moot point since we're not on that road. Because by fishing you can restore CP, which is always cool.
Enemies ahead! We'll have to fight!
Here we go.
I can do this. Let's go. My turn.
My turn!
This is bad.
Is this Fee? Okay. She's hurt pretty bad. When's Elliot getting another turn? Not for a while. Should give her enough to survive till Elliot gets a turn. And yeah, after this monster turn, miss. Counter, yes.
Go.
It's my turn. Fire! Now!
I'll pick you up!
I'll handle it. My turn.
Now we're talking. Getting that CP filled up right on
Here we go.
up. Very
That's
nice.
that. Let's keep moving.
So we can sub in Crow for Fee. Yeah. But after, you know what? We also need to. this. So if we can get Crow, which we should be able to in the next fight, get Crow all up and we are heading the right way, right? Pretty sure we are. Yeah. Let's go.
But man, if terrorists really were planning to blow up the mine, it would shake the very foundations of the Empire.
Enemies ahead! We'll have to fight!
Here we go. Arcus, activate.
I can do this. Go!
I'll pick you up!
Huh.
All right.
Go! Right!
It's my turn. Now! Elliot!
Got it! Go!
My turn.
Eat left!
Here we go.
Looking pretty good now. Looking pretty good.
My turn! Listen to my song of healing.
Thanks. My turn.
I can do this.
My turn.
All right.
Eat left!
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
You picked the wrong guy.
We
to
just
mess
got
with.
about, we almost have everybody
Great,
back up
soldier
to
boss.
100% CP. That's good, good, good. How are Marcus? 182. Okay, Fee's all the way up. Crow's got a little bit left to go, and so does Elise, but they're getting there. All right, let's go.
That looks like a tough one. Be careful!
Yeah, we're not gonna worry about it. We're close enough to full. We're close enough to full strength to go. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Juhama? Yeah, just trying to get a little bit of CP maxed up on our way to the mine, because the Imperial Liberation Front has attacked, apparently. Whoa, what the heck? What's going on? This is awful. Smoke's pouring out all over the place. Can't see too far like this. Did the terrorists set fire to something? Looks like the fire's being put out. But something still seems off. So, the terrorists decided to strike here, rather than the military factory. Look, over there by the entrance! It looks like the railway military police and the provincial army. Yeah, but what are they doing here? Looks like the entrance is completely blocked off, too. I absolutely love this game, Juhamu. Juwuhamu? Am I saying that right? I guess. But yes, I absolutely love this game so much. Great music, first of all. A great game has to have a great soundtrack, and this one does. And the characters are all very fun. Yeah, the music is amazing. And the battle system too. I love. I really love the turn-based style. It's throwback to retro great turn-based style games in the past, and it's a lot of fun. The terrorists have complete control of the mine. They've taken the miners hostage. Any attempt to enter the mine may put their lives in jeopardy. And that's why you're standing out here twiddling your thumbs without even attempting to negotiate with them. They clearly have an objective in mind here. We can't allow them to buy any further time. It looks like a pretty heated argument. So the terrorists have taken over the mine. And as the first ones on the scene, the provincial army has taken it upon themselves to set up a blockade. Or at least that's what it looks like at first glance. But why? Man, this has suspicious written all over it. Yep, the provincial army is too well prepared. No matter how you look at this, they've got to be in on it. That sure seems like it, doesn't it? You can't be serious. In on it, the terrorists set off some kind of explosion in there. Look at all that smoke pouring out. That's what they want you to think. But that doesn't look like smoke from a fire to me. They're probably using smoke grenades. Smoke grenades? That's true. That means the provincial army has some other reason for blockading the mine. Maybe it's got something to do with Reinford's first factory. That's right. The railway military police were investigating the first factory too, weren't they? Yep, that's what Captain Clear said. And that makes the timing of all this look pretty dang suspicious. Yeah, they beat the provincial army being shady since the beginning of the game. Almost like there's something they're trying to hide. And that'd mean they'd seal the mine to give them time to dispose of it. Makes a fair bit of sense if you think about it. But what could they be trying to hide? What's down there? No way to say for sure right now. What I can say, though, is that it's pretty likely the miners are in danger. We need to find some way to help them if we can. Let's return to Ruhr for now. We need to think carefully about what to do next. Lisa. Yep, if we're gonna go in, it's better to have a plan. Alright, let's head back. Well, can we not come up with a plan right here, guys? Do we have to go back to town? Hey, we just came all the way out here. Wait! Well, to start with, we need to work out exactly what's going on here. If it's true that the terrorists are working with the noble faction, then it seems likely their aim is to eliminate the evidence of whatever they've been hiding in the first factory. But what did they really have to go by this far? Or why they have to really go this far? The Iron Mine is owned by His Majesty the Emperor himself, right? That's right, the province of Nordia is tasked with managing it, while Reinford mines, refines, and processes the iron. And the iron is the single most vital natural resource to this nation's continued survival. this isn't resolved quickly, it's going to deal a heavy load to the entire country, including the nobles themselves. So I guess the question is just whether the noble faction and the terrorists realize that or not. Sounds to me like they're a pretty divided bunch as it is. Yep, the terrorists seem like they're basically all commoners too. They're only cooperating because they both see the Chancellor as a common enemy. And if that's the case, it seems pretty likely that what they were doing here is related to that somehow.
Sounds like someone started the party without me.
Is that Angie? Hey, thank you very much for the follow there. It is Angie. Yay! Angelica and George.
Angelica?
You came too, George?
Yo, figured you'd show up eventually.
Well, we had to test the sidecar, obviously.
Spike is just full of surprises. We made the trip to Ruhr in 7 hours. So, speed-wise, we're looking great. Comfort, though, we're gonna have to tweak a few things.
I swear, you two never change. Kinda figured Toho wouldn't be able to make it too.
Yeah, she's working on gathering a boatload of information, though. She said she'd be in touch if she finds anything out.
Well, that's reassuring at least.
Yeah, Angie's awesome, isn't she?
Could someone tell me what's going on?
You seem to be hot on the trail of something, but I'm not sure it's the same thing we're investigating.
Does this have something to do with those family affairs you told me you were worried about?
Yeah, it does. I had some nagging suspicions about it. Unfortunately, my hunch turned out to be right on the money.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Isn't the director of the first factory?
My dear Uncle Heidel Rogner, yeah. Seems like it might do us both some good to swap info. How about it?
Now let's find a better place to talk.
Sweet. Some inside info. They're dumping iron onto the black market. Yeah, about this, the amount of steel they're producing doesn't quite match up with the amount of iron ore being mined. That's been the case for quite a few years now. Officially, the reason given is that the purity of the ore being mined is lower now than it used to be. But if you look at what's coming out of that mine, there's no evidence of that. Well, that would explain why the figures don't add up. And because they're feeding the raw iron into the black market rather than the finished steel. Makes it a lot harder to notice when a little goes missing here and there. Man, Toa put all the pieces together on her own? I'd expect no less from my beloved Toa. She poured over everything, Reinford's yearly salary figures, government reports on the mine's productivity, you name it. That's how she picked up on the discrepancy. She's really something else. Iron ore being sold off to the black market, accounting sheets that don't add up. George, how much iron ore is unaccounted for, roughly speaking, do you know? Assuming for a moment that all the missing iron was refined into steel, how much steel would we be looking at? This is just a bit of speculative math on my part, but I'd say somewhere in the neighborhood of 100,000 torum, which is enough to build 2,000 oxen tanks. 2,000? That's practically an army. The Shoshin's iron mine is a pillar of the Empire's economy. The amount of iron that was pulled out of there is almost ridiculous. Even if you pocket a small amount each year, that's going to add up to a lot of iron real quick. But what are they planning to do with it? Is the noble faction trying to make their own tanks in secret? They couldn't even if they wanted to. Only the second factory has the knowledge and equipment to make tanks. And not only does the second factory have close ties with the Imperial Army, but... oh, crap. I hit the button too early. You need all kinds of complicated technology to make even a basic tank. It's not as simple as just grabbing some steel, some blueprints, and some grease and getting to work. So, what does that leave then? Selling the iron to other countries for profit? I don't know how likely that is. Seems like deals that big would be easy to trace. Yeah, it does. Okay, so, setting aside the ore itself for the moment, now that you know this, and given what's happened in Roar right now, what were the two of you planning on doing? Oh, it's pretty simple. My uncle oversees the first factory, and the Provincial Army is blockading the mine. There's no way my family isn't involved. On the other side, you all got the miners just trying to do their jobs who got dragged into this whole mess. I'm a Ragnar. I might not be a great daughter, but there's no way I'm going to let this go without putting up a fight. Angie? Whoa, you're seriously going to talk to your old man about this? Haha, hell no. Like he'd even listen to a word I said. Same goes to the Provincial Army. I'd just be wasting my breath. That's why I'm planning on sorting this mess out myself. I used to work part-time in the mine. I know the place like the back of my hand. As long as I can find a way inside, I think I can handle the terrorists well enough. Oh boy, I hope we get to use Angie in our party. That's gonna be great. I figured you'd say something like that. Honestly, does nothing faze you? In that case, I'd like to ask that you take us along. We could look at this as a test of how to best respond to a sudden crisis. Looking at it from that perspective, I think it fits neatly within the scope of our field study, don't you? Yeah, and after hearing all that, I don't want to let them have their way. Agreed. I'm with Angelica here. My family's involved in this too. I feel like I have a duty to do something about it. Thanks. Truth be told, I was kind of hoping you'd come back me up anyway. Whatever help you can give, I'll take it. Hey, well, that's that. The next thing we need to do is consider how to slip into the mine without the Provincial Army taking notice. At the very least, Angie should be able to get the officer in charge to talk with her, but... So what? We need to sneak inside while she's distracting them? I don't know. That sounds like a little oversimplistic to work. Leave finding our way to me. If anyone's good at cutting red tape, it's my mother. Maybe she could help us out. She could, but would she? Well, if you think so. All right, I'll leave securing an alternate route to you then. For now, I'm going to see if I can find out anything else about my family's or the Provincial Army's involvement here. George, give Toa a call and see if you can find out what the Imperial government is doing about all of this. Gotcha. I'll see if I can turn up any machinery that might be useful too. This is starting to feel like last year's field studies all over again. Kill. We were glad to have the George. George of the Jungle? We were glad to have the George, Angelica, and Toa backing us up. In a crisis like this, we needed all the help we could get. And as our first order of business, we went to see Chairman Irina, hoping she'd know of some way to sneak into the mine. Well. Is there a way? We shall find out. We should get going, too. Your mother should be back at the Rhineford headquarters by now, right? I think so. Sharon said she'd be around noon. We can always just ask at the reception desk, though. Yeah. Looks like we'll be kicking in the high gear again. I feel like every field study is destined to end up like this. Alrighty then. Well, let's save. Let's save the game. Can't go losing that sweet progress. Where was I supposed to go again? Am I supposed to just go to the place? The place? I was just reading it all and somehow still not paying attention. Tisk, tisk. Oh, we gotta go to the Rhineford headquarters. Of course. Yes, that's right, because we're going to get Irina to help us out. At least his mom. Let's go! Oh, we gotta go to the reception desk, huh? Information!
A few moments later.
Lady Elise, thank goodness you're alright. I was worried when I heard you left the city. Oh, you're talking about the trouble at the mine, right? Actually, I was hoping to talk with Mother about that. Is she in her office right now? Chairman Irina returned a short while ago. Would you like me to set up an appointment? Please? Yes, that's right. Lady Elise has. Understood. She says she can see you right now, though she can't spare more than a few minutes. If you want to head up right now, she's waiting for you in her office. Thank you. This shouldn't take long. All right, let's head up to the floor 23. Right. Why do I get the feeling Sharon is going to be right there to welcome us? You can count on it. Yeah, Sharon, not human. Sharon equals some type of celestial being. All right, I guess we're taking the elevator. Let's roll. Yeah, I know. Cause the main story to advance. That's what we want. Let's go. Let's go.
A few moments later.
Welcome back, everyone. I've been waiting for you. I knew it! Like the rising of the sun. I see how it is. You're taking Rhineford's side again, huh? As long as I wear this uniform, I'm simply a humble maid of the Rhineford household. You, the chairman, and Master Gwyn are all deeply important to me. Thanks, I think. Show us in, then. Of course, please follow me. Let's keep rocking it. Rocking it. Rocking it.
Bring them in.
As you wish. Mother, we need to see you.
Excuse us.
I apologize for canceling our dinner plans last night, but it's looking unlikely I'll be able to join you tonight either.
Yeah, well, stuff's going down. It's understandable.
No, that's fine. We understand.
It's hardly surprising given the current circumstances.
I'm not sure what's keeping you so busy, considering you haven't even managed to fulfill one of your most basic duties. My lady, the miners who work at Saxon are employees of this company.
Is it Saxon? That's how you pronounce it? Saxon, not Saxon? Saxon? I don't remember how you've been pronouncing it. But Saxon. Okay, that makes sense.
With the Provincial Army barricading the mine and refusing to budge, those miners are at the mercy of the terrorists. I assume you've issued a formal objection to Marquis Ragnar?
And they say Marquis, not Marquis. I always thought that word was pronounced Marquis. But, Marquis, sure.
Not on behalf of the company, no. It sounds like Director Heidel Rogner of the First Factory has requested something be done as a formality, but nothing more.
That's it? The First Factory has been dumping huge amounts of ore into the black market for years now. Don't even try and tell me you haven't noticed it.
Of course I've noticed. Being unable to bring the First Factory in line allowed that to happen, and that's my failure, I admit. But think, if we assume the terrorists aren't acting alone here, what good would it do to issue an objection to Marquis Rogner?
Well...
Okay.
There are many possible outcomes to this crisis, and we must be prepared for all of them. We need to consider the possibility that the terrorists may set off an explosive in the mine, and how to respond to that. This is a global company. Measures will need to be put in place to protect stock prices, taking Crossbell into account too.
She's got a point. Anything that affects the Reinford Company is going to indirectly affect a lot of people's lives.
True that.
Correct. The Reinford Group is its own entity with its own role to fill, and I have mine as chairman. The Provincial Army and the RMP are acting in accordance with their purpose, and one might even say the same of the terrorists. Action with a purpose, that's what keeps the world in motion. So tell me, what's your purpose?
Well...
Honestly...
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, me too.
If you get what I'm saying, I suggest you leave. I expect the explosion at the military factory is the extent of the damage the terrorists will cause here. I'll give you several additional tasks. I suggest you work on those for the remainder of the day. And considering the situation here, I think it'd be best if you leave Ruhr tomorrow morning. You have my permission as a sitting director on the Academy's board.
Hey, listen!
But
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not going to keep making the same mistakes anymore.
Oh?
All my life, I've turned a blind eye to what was going on right in front of me.
Wow.
I did it when you drove Grandfather out and took his position as chairman. And I did it when Father died and you let work become your life. All along, you've been working to build the company bigger, and all along, I just looked the other way. But in our field studies at Thor's, I've seen the imbalances and injustices of the world crop up over and over again. But even with that, and all of us, really, have to face that head on. And that's exactly what we've been doing. You asked what our purpose is. After 6 months at the Academy, that's my answer.
Bruh.
Well said.
Agreed. That's why this time, I don't plan on backing down. You need to hear the truth, and I need to be the one to tell you. As your daughter, as your family, and above all, as someone who's watched the Reinford Company grow ever since I was a little girl. Mother, you're running this company the wrong way.
Got him!
My lady.
Can I assume you, in your infinite wisdom, are planning to tell me the correct way to run my company?
Naturally. But I still need more experience before I can do that. I promise you, though, that by the time I graduate from the Academy, I'll show you how this company should be run. As someone who just might succeed you as the chairman someday, I should be able to do at least that much. Oh.
Wow.
It's one thing to make a
I
promise.
mean...
It's quite another
Wow.
to live up to it. Still, at least you're starting to see the bigger picture.
Mother.
Give it to her, Sharon.
Certainly.
She's gonna smack her right in the face, isn't she?
What's this? Some kind of key card?
Correct. It opens the door to a passage that connects Ruhr City to the Iron Mine.
Ooh, secret passage.
Wait.
There's really a secret passage?
The former chairman built it for use in case of an emergency. You'll find the entrance in the underground part of a maintenance room.
If we use that passage...
We should be able to completely avoid having to deal with the Provincial Army.
I'm not going to say thanks. Right now, I just believe this is the best way to press forward. And I'm going to tell you why through actions, not words.
Excuse us, Madam Chairman.
Wow.
We've learned a lot during our field studies, and we'll put it all to use to come out on top.
You don't need to worry about us.
They've grown a lot in the last 6 months. Surely it wouldn't hurt to acknowledge that Lady Elisa has grown too.
She's still got a ways to go. If she wants to take the mantle of the Reinford Company from me, she'll have to show me she's got what it takes. Anyway, it seems all our principal players have assembled. Can I ask you to do one more thing for me?
Certainly.
Judgment Arrow, huh? And upgraded Elisa's S-Craft. Nice. Oh, you know what time it is. It's time to Leroy Jenkins this bad boy.
Bad feeling about this.
Who would have thought there'd be an underground passage going all the way from Roar to the mine? Gwen really does think of everything. Oh, you know Elisa's grandfather? I've heard you two got along famously back when he was still living in Roar. He taught me all kinds of great stuff. How to pick up girls, the best spots in the entertainment district, you know, the really important things in life. It's not that I can't believe it, it's that I can't too easily. I can only hope to sit and learn at the feet of the master one day. Still, it probably thanks to him that Angie didn't go any further off the rails than she did. Haha, can't deny that. That's nothing to laugh about. I wonder if we'll seem as colorful to the first years when we're second years. So, you think this is gonna work? It's gonna work. Alright, that should do it. What is this thing? An orbital wave antenna. It's currently in development at the Institute of Technology, but I managed to convince them to let me borrow it. It emits directional orbital waves to a wide area where you can transmit and receive signals. That means you'll be able to use your Arcus unit's communication functionality even down here in the mine. That sounds pretty handy. You could do that. Toa's busy gathering information on what's going on across the Empire right now, and I'll be able to pass all that info along to you while you're overseeing this operation. But if things get too dangerous, I'll give you the order to pull out. So, make sure you keep the line open. Got it. It'll be nice to have some support. Well, if George is just a call away, we've got nothing to worry about. Okay, I think this time we get going. And thanks again, everyone, for coming along. I've got my Arcus on me, so I should be able to hold my own in battle. Oh, right, we do get Angelica in battle. I knew it was going to happen. Always room for one more with us. Your knowledge of the mine will be really invaluable. I'm looking forward to seeing you clean up with those Taito skills of yours. Yeah, Alright, temporarily the support members have increased to 3. 3! A 1, a 2, a 3! Why don't we switch her, to the side of Green. Let's check her out. Can we check her out? Well, I guess we put her in, there we go. She's got a lot of HP, that's for sure. What equipment do you got on, Angie? Ooh, I can give her some equipment. Of course, we don't know what type of enemies we're gonna run into quite yet, but give her that. Most of my good stuff I'm being used by me right now, so you can have that. Can I change what actual equipment you have on? Battle coat, battle boots. It's probably better than anything I got, I'm sure. Yeah, that's what I thought. Platinum fist. What about your orbs? How's your orbs? Ooh, you already come equipped with a lot of good stuff. I see. And 2 spots where I can equip things to you. Cool. Wow. Go ahead and give her plus 400 more HP and 8 more strength. She's already pretty dang strong. Give her that Cross Crusade, and what else? How about Vanish? Another 10 strength. There we go. Plus a chance to vanish the enemies. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's go ahead and give a good save for everybody. And that is gonna do it for today. So if you want to find out what happens with us running into the mines with Angie, catch us next week on Tuesday night, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will go until hopefully the game's done, whenever that may be. So YouTube, peace out. We'll see you in the next one.